like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
54. Mike, 54. It's been a long day for you.
Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
Go.
Block 54. Push him back.
General West.
Right there.
Big grip.
On first down, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Set, 8, read.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, that's good.
Watch that.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Ready?
Check 56. Ready?
First. Go.
56. Mike's 56. Cut.
Yellow.
Mike 56.
First down. Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
A run by Bell on first down, going to go nowhere as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch. 22 jet bombers. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins gives way to Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He was brought down by Chris Harris.
Let's go.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Ready? Wide.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
You must.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
16 yards. First down, Vikings.
He's coming. Double up.
Bring up 48. Hey, can.
A On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And that'll be incomplete.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted, like you said, to pick on the opening drive. Second drive, not much better. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
1st down, Minnesota.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time not quite to the 30, it'll be down at the 31-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. On 2nd down, Cook. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The open man is Smith. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
A gain of 9 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Vikings nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right?
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. The 20, 10, touchdown LA. Le'Veon Bell, 78 yards, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
36.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, it's Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Cousins. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Go ahead.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the carry is Kelly. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Hey.
Slam.
back to the ground, this time with Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A screen to Bell. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Weapon.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. A first down throw for Cousins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get
They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Antonio Callaway, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And they got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, exit.
To throw again. Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before break. Herbert, he's looking deep for Bell. And this will be caught at the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Ready.
Max 50. Your track.
Greystone, travel.
Crunch.
Hey, orbit.
Alert 3.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Here we go. 60 or. Protein spill.
What we got? Switch.
Shoot.
Off play action. Herbert. Flushed out right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys have now moved out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Cousins to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gun.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Bravo.
Cousins from the gun on third. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Bailey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They run with it. It's Kelly, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine. 61, matchbox light. Ready?
Running on first down, Eckler. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, Charlie.
Here's 2nd and 8. Johnson's got it complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
I'm coming. That's a
Go.
Now Bell. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, dude.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. They'll run with Muhammad. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 31, Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Let's just feel it at the goal line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down.
Ready, break.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Again, it's Bell. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 30.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more